Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Minsk. We are continuing where we left off. We're still hovering around the 7,000 mark for Minsk, so we need to actually get that up sooner rather than later. I think I'm gonna have 2 tasks for this episode, or at least I'm gonna try to get 2 tasks done. I would like to rework this part. I don't like how everything goes up to the warehouse through the intersection right in front of Minsk. So I'm thinking I'm gonna move that out this way and have them enter from here instead. That should be a little bit better. The other thing that we would need to do is start working on these clay pits. But the main purpose I have for today is definitely to get the setup here moved over to go from here instead. So to do that should be fairly simple, to be honest. We should just be able to reroute traffic across to here instead. So if we go, let's see, they will come in on the right hand side and they will go out on the left hand side if I'm not mistaken. So if we go, I probably should extend this so I can see. I don't want a bunch of curves. Train do slow down if you have 90-degree corners anywhere, so I would like to avoid that. I would also like to see where I'm placing this stuff. But yeah, that should be kind of what I'm looking for, and then this is going to go straight to there. Cool tip, by the way, if you're building straight rails, just hold Alt and it will automatically straighten. You can see? It works perfectly. Super functionality, I really do like that. So yeah, you are gonna go there. I think what we want to do is maybe combine these. I think that makes sense. I will pause now because we're dabbling with the actual warehouse. Usually when you get to the actual warehouse, you want to try to limit the amount of changes you're doing. So I'm gonna try to keep this on a safe as possible level. So let's do that. Let's let this train pass just so I can get another train into here. Not to get another train, I of course need to disappear these. So we're gonna go boom boom, we're gonna go boom boom, and then we're gonna delete these. And let's see, so if I go here, just like that, we are already mixing, so they can come on any of these 2 routes, which means that we should only have to do... do I not have small x? Yes. So we should only have to do that, that, and that. And that should allow them to go in any direction, if I'm not completely mistaken. We are already combining those, so the question is if this guy needs to actually do anything. I don't think so. I think we can have him go straight without any issue. Then I'll get rid of you, and let's see, where do you end up? This is perfect. Okay. I do like this. This seems to be a good setup then. They will just leave out the way we expect them to. And let's see, probably don't want any more people going into here for now. Instead, I would like them to find their way. You should probably go out this way. Should we do the same right here? We should probably do the same right here, to be honest. Okay, so I decided to move the... I just made a copy of this one for the input as well, but first I put it right here, but it kind of made it hard to separate each warehouse then. If I wanted to combine them at some point, I wasn't really able to do that. So what I did instead, I moved it up right here, and it might not be the most efficient way of doing it, but it should allow them to, when they get to right here, they will select which platform they would like to go to. And if they can't go to a platform, they will actually stop right here. So I think that should be pretty good, to be honest. We're just waiting for the... Didn't I have a train that was on the way up here? I guess I didn't. Okay, then we can get rid of this as well. So I want to try to clean up as much as possible here, so we don't have a bunch of stuff that's not needed. But I think that should be a fairly good starting point. Let's get rid of you. All of the trains should now be able to leave for this. I do see I'm moving a few signals incorrectly here. So we're gonna go with... I'm gonna move up to 12 signals or 12 tiles between each signal. It's a very good reason for that. And the reason for that is that 12 times 2 is 24, which means that our 22 tile trains can fit on 2 of these segments, which means that when they're leaving a place, I can just delete this. Oops. I can just go up and I can delete the closest one, and that makes sure that this segment fits a whole train, which is kind of what we want to look for. Another option is it kind of works with 10 tiles trains as well, unless you have something like this. So if we had a signal that was at 20, that would mean that if he stops right here, he would actually occupy the intersection right here, and I wouldn't really like that. So instead we're going to do it like this. So we're going to go up to 12 tiles, and we're going to just get rid of the first signal that we have right there. And same thing right here, but of course here we need to do it on the other end. That should be pretty good. You will see that they can actually fit now, so everything should be in working order. Next thing that I would like to do with all this, first off, why are you running out of fuel? Because you're going way further now than you usually do. That kind of makes sense. Does that mean that I should send you to the depot and maybe put a coal tender on you? And then send you out again? That should keep him a little bit better topped up with the fuel. That's something you're gonna have to take into account. The route of going around all this is going to be longer than going just straight, of course. And you're gonna have some issues with fuel. But I think the majority of trains going up here are using a coal tender, and that's like 5 times as much fuel, so that should be plenty for us to maintain. It's also closer to the stuff that we actually need up at the warehouse. So we have the wood, we have the coal. Stone will still come from Minsk. Eventually I will add a station right here for more kind of coal or more kind of cargo related items. For now this will just be a dead end. This will more or less act like a 3-way intersection. But that's the plan in the future, to make this more of a kind of industrial region. Maybe even drag it down here and have the cargo station here or something like that. That would be another option. But yeah, that's probably not for this episode. What I want to do right now is to add these clay pits. So I want to get going with our brickworks so we can finally get some more bricks up and running. That will allow us to even expand our train depot a little bit further. I don't really have a use for expanding the train depot just yet, but we are going to need that in the future, so I might as well look into it right now, and then we will make a good decision eventually on where we are supposed to go with that. Probably eventually we're going to look into trains 44, maybe even up closer to 70 for some of the really long length trains, but that's a good amount in the future, I would say. I am going to have a look at our clothing and that kind of stuff. So we are running a little bit low on fish. Why is that? How much fish do we have here? We have plenty of fish here. This guy, yeah, I think he just can't really supply enough fish. And that's probably because it's flowing all the way over to here. So instead of flowing all of that fish, I think I will just do something like this. I will add you, we'll take that guy, and we'll input to him instead. This should probably go with the train eventually, and honestly it would be a really easy way of doing it. But let's just do a quick solution right like that. That means that this guy will not hoard all of the fish the way it does right now. And hopefully this guy can still maintain a little bit better setup with this. Because I'm fairly certain we are producing enough. Potential of 360, so yeah, production is not the issue. I think the same applies for the potatoes actually. Yeah, we're producing plenty. The only thing that I can imagine for potatoes that we should do is probably double up this guy. And that will probably be... Come on. Copy that, paste to you, and he will do wheat and potatoes. I'm actually gonna delete wheat from this one, and then we're gonna delete potatoes from this one, so they will do one of the items, not that, and not the other. So yeah, that should improve this a little bit, I hope. If not, then yeah, trains is just the next natural step, so to say. We are seeing that we are actually using all of our cotton now, which is really nice to see. Are we low on cotton, or are we just not? Potential of 88, and we are potentially using 120, so we could expand that a little bit as well. But let's start with some clay. So I think what we're going to do, I won't use these. I think we can eventually expand the city down here, so we can do that internally in the city. And with the cargo station that I'm going to have right here, we should be able to fit in the clay as well. To get that out of there. Instead, I will try to get this online. So, right there, right here. I think what we will do with this, it's not a lot of clay pits, to be honest. It's just 2 clay pits, right? So that will be an easy way to kind of start everything, but I really don't think we need that much. So I'm just going to make this into 1 station, I think, or 1 small station, I think. Do something similar to what we've done here, but maybe even easier, because we won't ever add any stone to it. So let's have a look at... I don't think I have an intersection for something like that, so we're gonna build something ourselves, and they are going to come off here. So how about I join to this, and then they will drop off over here, something like that. Boom, and then maybe just do this. Right, that works. Through there. Connect to you. And that's a really easy way to just add a little bit of stuff on it. Or do we want to make sure that we can get the coal on here as well? Maybe we do. So to get the coal, we would like to have... Let's actually build this up first. Coal mines right there. That one right there. Let's expand you as well. And then we have an iron mine as well. We're unlocking a lot of stuff as we're doing this. That is kind of to be expected, so I don't have an issue with that. We're gonna go across the road there. And I'm going to go with the stone. I don't really like using the stone in these like production areas. I think it looks a lot better with the dirt road. Maybe we can have the production of everything else around here. With a little bit of luck. So... large, small. I think I want to go for 22 tiles still, even though... Yeah, let's do that. Let's expand you 1 step further so we can fit 22 tiles in here. We're still not going to run a lot of trains. There's still going to be only a few added. We're gonna have larger trains to make sure that we don't need to run very many trains, even if we start producing more and more here. That looks pretty good. So that allows us to produce the clay, the iron, and also we have a little bit of coal left over here, I think. So we have the bricks works. We have the iron mine. Apparently we reach a laborer's requirement, which is weird. Maybe we managed to upgrade a little bit. And then we have a smelter with the kiln. Let's go have a look at our town. yes, you can see that we managed to reach 7,100 somehow. Even though the city is still at 7,000, so not sure what's up with that. When do we get upgrade to the city? Town hall, once we start producing bricks. What a coincidence, right? What a coincidence. So, we want to have a distribution center, maybe? That makes sense. We're not gonna get any benefit from it, to be honest. Because these are too tight in between. We won't get any production benefit from it at all, actually. Probably don't want to do that, by the way. Yeah. Let's get the kiln up and running then. Plonk him down in the middle right here. Let's have a look at what kind of production we get here. So store. Lucky me, I actually did put coal here. We do need coal. That's good. Okay, so we're gonna need some roadworks and probably going something like that. Can I have a... Maybe I can get the production up with the distribution center here if I wanted to, but I don't think we need it. Yeah, if I get the input storage right here for coal and one right here, that should allow all of these guys to input to here. That should be pretty good. So we just need to extend this road over to here and then onto this. Do I care about building a ramp there? I might as well. We're already doing it, so we're already using some of these, so might as well add another one. That should be perfectly fine. Get rid of the road. Don't need that. And you are now connected to both of them. Really good. So then we just need to get this guy, and he should probably output to here somehow. Another thing we can do now is actually this, which might actually be the best option for us. Yeah, let's do that. That road, you will go there. You will then output and input there. Yeah, that's gonna have to do fairly well. And we're gonna need some shacks to supply that. Aren't enough people working, which, yeah, that's fine, but why can't you do that? Invalid storage. Excuse me? I'm doing it backwards. Why do you say that you are going from coal mine too? Oh, because you're doing it backwards. This is not right. I want this guy to be the input. Why can't I have that be the input? Maybe I need to build you up first then. Let's try doing this. Drying yards just around in a loop-to-loop like this. Give ourselves a little ring around and a connection there, and now we should be able to have you input and output. There we go. And I realize now that I could have done this so much better by having... Okay, this is dumb. We're not doing it this way. And you are going to be copied over to here. And we're gonna have a station right here. Because yeah, that makes no sense. Should obviously be on this side. Then I don't have to go across everything. I don't know why I did that in the first place. That was kind of stupid, to be honest. Not what you would expect in the first place anyway, so... hey, what's new? Do that. And I think that should be pretty good. Just get some workers into there. So how much is this requiring now in use? Do we have a potential for this? Potential of 120. These two guys are doing 60 each, right? Yeah, so that's exactly how much we are able to produce, which should be pretty good. If we run the game now, we should be able to start moving people up here. With the trains, right? Yeah, that should be perfectly fine. So let's get a route going up to the coal mine. Should probably have started in Minsk, to be honest. Let's shift that around, make it blue. And I don't think we need anything else. Just swap workers. Give myself a train. Coal tender. Yeah, we'll need a coal tender, and then we're gonna go with the ST20 wagon. Do we need a lot of workers? I think 4 is going to be just fine. And let's send those out. How will we actually do with the workers here? Because we do not have a lot of workers, to be honest. Might have to add a train just to have fish being delivered everywhere. And then we could actually use that as well for potatoes. Because potatoes is also shifted around quite a bit. If we go make ourselves a new route that goes Minsk 2 to Minsk 4 to Minsk 5 to Minsk refuel. We will have load on Minsk. No, we will have unload on Minsk 2. We will have. Why did you get a pass? Minsk 4. Why are you adding? Clicking the Minsk 4, but it didn't actually add that. There we go. So load on this one. We should probably have 2 of you. Can we duplicate you? And have a unload as well. And then here we should have Minsk 5, which should be unload everything. Minsk refuel should be load until done. That should be pretty good, I think. Are all of these going in box wagons? I do believe so, right? Potatoes, clothes, fish, bread. Yes. Okay. So that's actually pretty good. Then we can just run a ST20. We can run a couple of box wagons, maybe 3 box wagons. And we'll just block that onto him. Color is fine. We'll just get him going. Okay, how does this look? Are we actually getting any workers? Probably not, huh? Not a single one. Damn it. Okay, so this one goes Minsk refuel, that's fine. I would like this one to do Minsk 2 up to Minsk 4, right? Have that be swap workers. The Minsk 5 be swap workers down to Minsk 1. And honestly, that should also be swap workers. And if we're going here, we shouldn't need more fuel, so we can probably get rid of the fuel stop. And he should be able to go straight through. And that should allow us to bring all of the workers up here that likely doesn't have as much work to do. We're covering the majority of all of the workers right now. That filled up fairly quickly. Wow, okay. We might even want to expand that one then. I could do this, right? We delete you. We can go ST20 wagons. And then one of the DT10s in each end. That will make it look a little bit better. I do like that. And then we'll just chop that out on whatever route this guy is going. Which is this one. And we see now that, yeah, we are way above the amount of workers that we need. We're hovering a lot of people around here. All right. So as you can see, we are actually getting something that works now. We still have a few people that would like to go somewhere else. Looks like 39 want to go to Minsk 5, which is surprising. I didn't really expect that, but I guess that's fine. I think what that might be is people that comes from here and want to go to Minsk, maybe? No. No. Not sure why that is. But it's clearly working pretty well. The only thing that we're having a small issue is that this guy is in the way and we can't really fit enough workers into there. So how do we fix that? Maybe we want to plonk them down here instead. It'll be a bit further to go. But I think that's fine. And that way we can get rid of him and have the train go a little bit further. So we should actually have had one more wagon on this if we wanted to have it the most efficient. But we can't really fit that on our smaller station that we're using. Okay, can I get rid of this guy? I don't really like the idea of having that stop right in front of it like that. But now I should be able to unload everything here at least, so that should be looking a lot better. Then we'll get some extra workers over here. And yeah, that seems to be the name of the game here. We still have 52 people. Why is there so many people who want to go to other places here? So from Minsk to Minsk 4, 2, 1, 3 and 5. 4, 2, 1, 3 and 5. Okay. That's probably fine. How's it looking up here? Have we actually gotten anyone to work? We are actually moving a few people over here now. Still nobody in this though, and that's actually because we messed this up a little bit. So let's do that. Maybe have... Do we need this? Let's do that just to connect everything to work the way we want it. Copy you to that one, and that should be pretty good. So now he should get some workers as well, so we should be seeing more clay and coal coming in, which is really nice to see. And once we have that, we can expand the town hall, which means we should get a lot more workers. Here we're actually still not getting enough potatoes. Do we need to run multiple of you guys? So he just output to this, and the only thing we brought was... Wait, what? Okay, I need to check into what this guy is doing, because this doesn't look right. So you should load fish here, and then you should load those two things there. So why didn't we get any of those? Let's see what he actually loads. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. We're not outputting anything to here. Yeah. So this guy actually needs to stop doing only coal and start doing... I don't really like this though. Okay, start doing potatoes and anything else. I don't think so. We're gonna have you output to this guy as well, and that's going to need to be this guy to there. And then we're gonna have... I think that'll be fine, because you will hold pretty much everything that we need right there. Yeah. And you should only do bread, clothes, and potatoes. And now we're seeing this fill up. Okay. That looks a lot better. So all we need to do now is to lock in some of these into... I think I want to actually rework these. I don't like them being this big. Let's transfer you to the depot. Let's get rid of one of those and let's duplicate him. And then let's send out both of those. And then we're gonna have each one of them do a specific item. So this guy should do clothes and fish, let's say so. The next one will then do potatoes and bread. And that should be a little bit better because now they actually fit on all of the platforms as well, and they can make sure that they always bring at least one thing. So, how's this looking? You are now on your way around. He's running out of fuel, but that's kind of to be expected. That's actually fine. He will then fill up with clothes. Perfect. While also refueling. We are going to remove this refuel station eventually and have this as like an internal hub instead. Which I think is going to work a little bit better. Okay, so this guy now is filling up with potatoes and bread. And it's instantly being unloaded everything onto this guy. That is instantly delivered to this, and we're empty again. Great. Great, you are filling up on clothes, yes. And then that is delivered to here, where they take all of it. Okay. Now that we are delivering clothes that way, do we actually need to... I don't think we need all of these workers delivering... I think we can get rid of these. Do we though? Maybe we do need some connectivity in between these, because we won't have everything here. We won't have the clothes, for example. It won't be here. Yeah, so they will all input and output their amount of stuff. So if I go duplicate you, and then we go load, duplicate you, and then go load. I think that will be pretty good. And these we can get rid of because we have locked the trains, right? It doesn't matter where they pick up what. We can get rid of all of those. And then Minsk refuel should, I guess, also have an option to unload, right? Then they will load up. And then they will stand here and unload and load forever. Why? I thought that was sequential. I guess it's not. So we are going to need to have them... So if you load and cargo is full, then we leave. Why does it not trigger as done when it's full though? That's weird. I would really have expected that to trigger as completed. Now we're unloading. And I'm guessing we're gonna load everything once we have unloaded. Right? Damn it. Yeah, this is good, because if they don't have anything to do, then they leave anyway. And if they do have something to do, they will leave within 5 seconds anyway. And let's see how long it actually takes for them to load up. Okay, we're not even halfway through this, and so it's 40 seconds. The actual setup that is standard is to load a cart with one tile. Okay. I could cut that in half by adding another platform right here. But that's really, really not convenient to do. So let's go. Time passed. Time passed. We'll probably rework this once we get the cargo set up right here. Alright. There's a little bit of weirdness going on, but I think this will be about as good as we can make it for now. At least when we don't have too much items to pick up, it seems to be fairly functioning. I don't like having trains standing around for 40 seconds. That's a long time to have a train just do nothing. But yeah, I don't really have a solution for that. So hopefully this will at least allow them to traverse around everywhere. And that looks like it's the case right now. I think I will actually accept that as decently working. We are now producing bricks as well, so in the next episode we should be able to expand Minsk and get a little bit more stuff done. You can see that we are actually struggling from this, mainly because we don't have enough workers, and we also need some craftsmen to get that going. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Next episode we are definitely looking into at least expanding Minsk, maybe looking into some craftsmen and getting some extra cargo setup over here as well. Very much a possibility. I do hope that you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, then you know what to do. So I hope I see you in the next episode. See you there. Bye bye, everyone.